How are farmers attempting to get rid of wild boars on farms around the world? Several hunting techniques have been employed. Not all have been successful, but some of them have been very creative and effective. Today we'll take a look at those in this video. Let's explore the best and most creative techniques ever used to combat wild boars. Some of them can capture so many boars in such a short time that it becomes unbelievable. Everyone who follows the channel is aware of the challenges faced by farmers worldwide, but wild boars have been a headache for many. Wild boars are mammals widely distributed in various regions of the world. Characterized by robust bodies, short legs, and prominent tusks, these omnivorous animals have a varied diet, including roots, fruits, and meat. Adaptable to different environments, wild boars can be deemed invasive in some regions, causing negative impacts on ecosystems and agriculture. Their ease of adaptation and lack of natural predators place wild boars on the list of the 100 worst invasive exotic species in the world. Therefore, estates and farms in certain regions must take measures to prevent the invasion of these animals into crops. Additionally, some farmers choose to join forces with friends and hunt these animals one by one in the midst of forests and farms. But some more creative individuals always try to come up with a new, more efficient way. And to start exploring the best methods, some groups of farmers in the United States have developed a particularly impressive and curious technique. Just imagine adapting every detail of a gigantic buggy specifically for hunting wild boars. Indeed, that's what a group of hunters did over in the United States, and it worked really well. This gigantic vehicle is quite famous among hunters there. They call it the swamp buggy. A swamp buggy is a motorized vehicle used to navigate marshy terrain, and they are usually homemade, although they can also be purchased from specialized dealerships. This woman, for example, is a hunter who uses the gigantic buggy, most likely purchased ready-made because it's a beautiful vehicle with multiple seats, allowing many hunters on board. In the video, you can see that the buggy truly navigates through any terrain, even crossing rivers. She can shoot wild boars from an elevated and privileged vantage point. These other hunters went with their entire family in pursuit of wild boars and indeed found several. However, they have a distinctive approach. In addition to heavy weapons, they also bring professional hunting dogs inside the buggy. When they spotted a wild boar, they released the dogs, making it impossible for the boars to escape. However, some hunters still seek even faster hunting techniques that can capture many wild boars at once. It was thinking about this that they developed another impressive technique: a giant trap for wild boars. Of course, there were already some other traps out there to capture these animals, but most of them catch them one by one. And then it becomes nearly impossible to eliminate the problem, as there are thousands and thousands of wild boars, depending on the region. However, the concept of a large trap and an enclosure that can capture an entire herd at once is impressive and can truly eradicate all the wild pigs in a region. This man created one of these traps and left a security camera recording the entire moment. It is a round enclosure with only one entrance that can be closed quickly with a command or by pulling a rope. Probably in the middle of the enclosure, he placed feed that attracted many pigs. However, they are cautious, so they don't all enter at once. They come in one by one. When the rest of the herd sees the others eating, they also enter. There are probably many wild pigs indeed, because in a few minutes, all of them entered. If there were more activity in the trap and it stayed open for a longer time, there would likely be over 100 animals inside. When the trap already has several wild boars inside, he closes the entrance, and then the rush begins in all directions. It is truly impressive. But those who think this is the most incredible way to combat wild boars are mistaken. On many farms, hunting is possible with heavy weapons from helicopters, sometimes with more than one aircraft at a time. In this scenario, there is nothing the wild boars can do, no matter how much they run. The helicopter always catches up, and they can't even hide. But these men don't just hunt wild boars there, they also hunt many coyotes. In the United States, they have a hunting culture much more deeply rooted than in Brazil. Of course, besides having various animals to hunt in the United States, this form of hunting is not for everyone. That's why some farmers worldwide, tired of the problems these animals are causing, had a creative idea and decided to invest in a drastic solution. This is a truly unusual yet effective method, creating a trench around the entire plantation so that animals can't get in. Some have built gigantic pits where the wild boar falls and can't get out, or comes out and goes back to the forest without entering the crop. Of course, this is labor-intensive and expensive to do around the entire farm, but even more costly is the damage that a large group of wild boars can cause when entering the property. Consider this case on a farm where a large trench is being constructed. To prevent wild boars from entering the crops, they do this here. The animal comes, climbs up from the forest, goes up and falls in. Look at the number of pigs that can fall inside. It's truly impressive. It solved the problem for this farmer of them invading his crops. This one really proved that trenches work after all. They completely block the access of wild boars to the property. So this way, none of them enter. But of course, there are some other alternatives that can help if a trench is not made. The ideal is to use physical barriers like fences with wire mesh that need to be tall, approximately 2 meters, robust, and with wire of at least 12 millimeters in diameter. It is recommended to bury the fences about 30 to 40 centimeters deep. Another interesting experience is the use of electric fences, which have been used in some regions in Brazil with quite a bit of success, particularly in the livestock sector in the southern part of the country where sheep predation occurs frequently. There's a very enriching experience with the use of shepherd dogs with excellent results, since this breed helps keep wild boars away from the livestock. This is truly very interesting. If you've made it this far, it's because you enjoyed the video. So don't leave without giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. That is very important for us. Also, leave your thoughts in the comments. What did you think? For more amazing videos like this, just visit our channel. There's more content you'll enjoy there too. Until the next video.